You are the resistance.
I'm Christopher Titus, people. This is the Armageddon update. How the hell are you? Honestly, is your life going okay? Or, like a lot of us, are you storing bags of rice, stocking up on weapons, checking how long the drive to Canada or Mexico is? And which child are we willing to sell in the apocalypse? Remember this. Remember what he said? Gonna lower gas prices.
Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon.
Cut energy costs in half.
And I'm going to cut fuel prices in half within 12 months.
We're gonna have zero inflation.
Inflation is way down. The biggest thing is inflation. The second biggest thing is energy. Energy is way down. And what's also down? Gasoline. Also, the biggest thing is inflation. And it's way down. The reason I don't want to talk about affordability is because everybody knows that it's far less expensive under Trump than it was under Sleepy Joe Biden. And the prices are way down.
And the ballroom will be paid for elsewhere.
$200 million, that's going to be paid for by yourself?
By me, yeah.
Private donations?
It's a private thing, yeah. I'll do it, and we'll probably have some donors.
No government dollars at all?
No government dollars.
He was going to end all forever wars.
Under Trump, we will have no more wars. No more wars. No more wars.
Remember, I'm the president of peace.
Then he started one. Inflation in April is up 6%. Inflation is the highest it's been in 3 years. This dude did that. Gas prices are up. Energy prices climbed 7.8% from March to April and 22.7% from a year earlier. This dude did that. Gas is up 15.6% from March, and diesel, the fuel used to bring us food, popped up to 12.6%. I find it weird that the 6-time bankrupt douchebag is destroying the economy. How could that happen again? Gasoline prices are now an average of $4.51 per gallon, according to AAA. The good news is that Trump really feels your pain.
Not even a little bit. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody.
The war in Iran is still going on, and nothing is getting through the Strait of Hormuz. The International Energy Agency warned Wednesday that, quote, the mounting supply losses from the Strait of Hormuz are depleting global oil inventories at a record pace. Yeah. Hope you guys out there are really enjoying your Dodge Hellcats and 5.0 Mustangs. Since February, global oil supplies have been reduced by 12.8 million barrels a day in what the IEA called an unprecedented supply shock. Average diesel prices are now $5.65 a gallon. Grapes are now $4 a piece. Okay, I may have exaggerated the price of grapes. A current fraud president has violated the law, the Constitution. He let Americans be murdered in the streets and let people be deported without any hearing or rule of law. His kids are making billions off the grift. Don and Eric are getting government contracts. Jared, who's not elected to shit, is taking billions from the Middle East governments, while their rapist, pedophile father pays himself $10 billion of our tax money because he got caught for crimes he actually committed. He made $60 million off the rubes who put down deposits on imaginary gold cell phones. The phones are never going to be made, people. Yeah. Can you hear me now, Trumpers?
The number you have dialed is imaginary. Please check the number and dial again.
Maggots. He screwed you again and again and again. And I feel bad because you are the abused woman who just keeps coming back. But I love him, and deep down I knows he loves me. He's a good man, and he loves children just a little too much. Yeah, he's a good man that killed 160 schoolgirls in Iran and is now 150 days into violating the law about releasing the Epstein files, where Representative Ted Lieu said, who saw him, he said Trump raped children.
Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children.
If he was innocent, people, he'd release the files. You know that, right?
Ding.
But he loves you.
I love the poorly educated.
He loves you so much, he landed in China to talk to President Xi with 6 billionaires. You know, the people he represents. Billionaires, not you. Billionaires. Look, if he loves you so much, why don't you call him? All right. You can't.
Made in the USA. That was the hook to get you to buy the phone. Experts have told our colleagues at CNBC that this device will likely be made in, you guessed it, China. the country at the center of the trade war.
I'm Christopher Titus. This is the Armageddon update. Man, it's like, how many times do these fuckers got to get hit in the face with a board before they go, you know what, man, he's kind of an asshole. Fucking took your money for gold cell phones. Like you thought you were going to get the gold Trump cell phones. Yeah, because everything else he sells is so high quality. Again, I'll say it again. He couldn't sell steak, vodka, or water. That's food and alcohol. Jesus Christ! Everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. With me as always, the lovely Rachel Bradley.
What's up, people?
And Groucho.
Yay!
What's up, buddy? How are you? You having a good day?
He's pretty excited.
Did you see his little drip? That nice. I like his drip.
Oh my god!
Check the drip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and my chair is lowered again. So has lowered my chair again. It's not funny. It's never funny. Wow. You guys really lowered it too.
I didn't do that.
Yeah,
that was Ken.
That's Ken. Ken actually thinks it's really funny to lower my chair. My chin was hitting the table. It's not okay. The Armageddon update today was about how these people. It's not just he's just owning the libs. Mm-hmm. He's owning them.
Yes.
Like 600,000 people put $100 down on a gold cell phone, a gold branded Trump cell phone that he was going to build in America where we don't build cell phones.
I do remember this. Yes.
So just the investment to build a factory to build cell phones is a couple $2 billion, and he was going to give everybody cell phones.
Uh-huh.
And so guess what? They announced that, look the cell phone thing up. They are not going to give anybody their deposits back because they were non-refundable. And they're not building the cell phones.
9-month delay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, reports indicate it is only now beginning to ship after missing multiple deadlines since August 2025. Estimated 600,000 people paid a $100 deposit. Marketed as made in the USA and designed with American values. Phones ultimately assembled in Florida, which means all the parts were made other places like China, and assembled in Florida. They failed to ship in 2025 as promised. Then they said early 2026. He does have a Trump Mobile CEO. He's actually got somebody at the helm. That guy, Pat O'Brien, has said that the first units will finally ship to pre-order customers, hopefully this week, May 11th week. So there's no phone yet.
Hopefully. By the way, when everybody puts hopefully, Musk does this a lot. Hopefully, the Cyber Roadster, the Tesla Cyber Roadster, will be out in 2022.
Yeah, to the Roadster.
Hopefully,
I was very excited about that one.
Hopefully, the Roadster will be out in 2023.
Yes.
Hopefully, the Roadster will be out in 2026.
The Roadster is now outdated and needs to be redesigned.
And it never got released.
The FTC has started an investigation into the Trump cell phone company's marketing and pre-order. It is an Android-based phone, of course.
Really? Tim Apple didn't help him? So Tim Apple didn't help him get involved?
No, because he couldn't remember. He kept looking him up under Tim Apple, and he was like,
I thought I had his number. This Tim Apple number that I have is not connected to anything.
Yes. Originally marketed, of course, built in the USA, the company revealed finally that they could not meet production needs in the USA, which resulted in a shift in marketing language on their website.
Which everybody knew. When he announced that we're going to make a high-tech electronic cell phone with all the computer chips and all the shit that you need to make a cell phone that we don't make here.
Yeah.
And he announced it, everybody with a brain went, there's no fucking way. And now we're here and there's no fucking way.
Yes.
And what bothers me the most is that these people who watched him grift everybody, who watched him ruin everything from the post office to ruining, to calling countries shithole countries, to tweeting about trans soldiers, to like everything he's done, everything. He bankrupt 6 times, couldn't sell steak, water, or vodka. The guy is just, and yet they still keep going. Yep, this time it's going to be good. I said that in the Armageddon update. You ever been in a bad relationship where you're like, it's horrible, and well, don't worry, I'll stay and he'll get better. or she'll get better.
Yep.
I got better though.
I got better. I
But,
think I'll go for a walk
but that's
now.
why I get to you keep staying. Oh, it'll work out. We'll figure it out. I'll stay because I have to. And that's what they keep doing. They just keep staying. He's gonna help me one day. Guys,
He's really hurting them.
he's hurting them all the time.
Yeah.
The gas prices, so inflation went up 6% March to April.
But apparently there was a better jobs report than expected, except it was predominantly retail type jobs, and AI and tech really took a nosedive, which I thought was kind of interesting and terrifying.
So they only added like 118,000 jobs, right? 110,000?
Higher than expected,
Right.
I guess, with the economy going the way that it's going.
How many jobs have we lost since he took over? Has it gone up or has it gone down?
Well, that's not something I know right off the top of my head.
I know you have to put it in.
Should.
I'm always waiting for you to put it in.
I should know things like
you
that off the top
clickety-clack.
of my head.
You could literally work
Volatile growth, significant gains in the private sector, alongside substantial decreases in federal employment and weakness in manufacturing. The economy added roughly 115,000 jobs in April 2026, which is a bit of recovery after a very slow 2025, where employers created only 9,700 jobs per month on average.
I'm sorry. The whole first year of his was $9,000 a month. Biden was popping at 270.
No, yeah, 9,700, not dollars.
9,700 jobs a month. That's all he was doing.
In the private sector.
Wow.
100% of the job growth occurred in private sector because he's axed our federal government employment. Federal government employment has decreased by 348,000 since peaking in October 2024. That's the smallest it has been since 1966.
So basically, he's basically paying for the ballroom off the backs of people that had jobs.
Healthcare is a leading growth industry, adding 456,000 jobs in the 12 months ending in April 2026. For that,
because he helped kill
year.
a big chunk of the ACA. Got it.
So people are, yeah. And also, we have an aging population. We're not having...
As one of the aging population, may I say, even my shitty Blue Shield insurance. By the way, we pay a lot for insurance. Shitty Blue Shield. I had
and they
one
don't cover a lot.
in the last 5 years. I've gone to the doctor a couple of times.
Yeah, maybe.
I went for one test on my heart, and I'm 60. I'm like older now.
Yeah.
I'm 61, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to pay for that. It's $200. I paid you $2,500 this month.
Yeah."
Just this month.
And since you got the insurance and you never use it.
Blue Shield fucking blows.
They all do, though. Everyone complains about their health care. And I have talked to several friends since this administration takeover that have seen one of my friends yesterday was telling me she's by herself, single, self-employed, pays for everything out of, herself. And her health care just tripled. The number tripled.
So I looked this up. So for everyone in the U.S. to have health care, it would cost between $3 and $4 trillion a year. Mm-hmm. That's for everybody. That would save us over 10 years, $450 billion, which means taxes would have to go up.
Right.
To have a pure, government payer system, which 37 out of 38 countries have. We're the only country that doesn't take care of its people with their health care. Yet we pay taxes up the ass. Unless you make $10 million a year, then you don't pay taxes up the ass. And people keep talking about why should rich people pay taxes? Well, all right. Let's look at it this way. I've done well in my life.
Well, that's just the rich people saying that. That's not people.
Right. But what happens is the lying has gotten so... We're so dumb as a society. Education is so bad that the lying... people parrot it to you. Like I'll hear the poorest person parrot me some shit that they heard a billionaire say. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? How did you jump onto that board? With healthcare, we would need to, our taxes would go up maybe 20%. However, if just the billionaires, and the people that, 100 million and above, whatever, just paid the same percentage a teacher pays, paid the same percentage you and I pay, it would be handled. It would be taken care of. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why people don't think they should have to pay for the right to make the money in this country that's based on capitalism. I do. I have to pay taxes. I just don't understand it. I don't get.
Well, I just wonder if we could start, taking the $1.2 billion for ICE additional and the $1 billion new request for the ballroom, and start finding the money from there to give people their basic human rights, which is healthcare. Healthcare is a basic human right.
I thought they wanted $575 billion for ICE. I thought they wanted some crazy number. ICE actually gets more than some branches of the military now.
The proposals reach approximately $70 billion to over $170 billion over 4 years for border and immigration enforcement. Yeah.
What does the Air Force get? Just curious. What does each branch of the military spend? Because this is what I'm starting to what I don't understand is if the Ukraine, who by the way seems to be kicking Russia's ass ever since they took us off the intelligence list, and the rest of the world took notifying the United States where positions are off the list. Because you guys I don't know if we've said that before, but that France and England sent the U.S. government false information about Ukraine, and within a few days it was in Russia. Russia had that information, so that's why they stopped sending.
Just to see.
Fuck. So
it's so crazy that things like that alone would have been the biggest scandal in U.S. history.
It proves that he
would have had to get on his helicopter and do his forceful wave goodbye like Nixon did. In 2024 fiscal year, Air Force received the highest direct funding, $216.1 billion.
Okay.
Followed by the Navy, 202.6, Army, 165.6.
So we're going to
Marine Corps only got 53.2.
So we want to give ICE 3 times as much as they're going to give the fucking Marines.
Space Force 30.1, because people are still like, what is Space Force?
Yeah, they have not put out
give them $30 billion.
The Space Force has not put out a good TV show.
Our total DoD budget in 2024 was $841.4 billion,
and now they want $1.5 trillion. Now, so I want to talk about the DoD for a second, because so we have all these companies, Raytheon, we have McDonnell Douglas, Boeing, all these government contractors that build weapons, right? And they build very expensive weapons. I think the F-35 Raptor, whatever the plane is now called, is like $2 billion a plane. It's crazy. And if you can look at what they've spent on it, then you got Ukraine, who's literally in a war, and they're building drones for like $6,000 that are flying into like 1,000 miles, 1,500 miles into Russia and blowing shit up. Why? I don't understand. If I can go buy a drone that'll fly, for an hour all over the place and take pictures and everything, why are we giving Raytheon and all these companies, like literally our children's future and our grandchildren's future, to give us and do you know the DoD has not got a budget or an audit?
Yeah,
they haven't had an audit. An audit.
That's a car guy that says Audi.
They haven't had an audit that it has actually passed in 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah, that's correct. The F-35C is approximately $102.1 million per plane. Excluding the engine. I love that. Like, just give me the cost.
So is that an option? Is the engine?
Yeah, is it?
Just tell me. I hate this at the car dealership. Just tell me what the fucking the cost. Well, the base level. The base level is 3,000.
And what is that?
Well, it just comes with the shell.
No
it
wings?
painted white. Primer. It's in primer.
Okay.
No wheels. Engine will come later, and that's on the option list. Windows. You want windows?
Oh, that's extra.
Do you want windows?
Oh.
Well, I mean, of course they're extra.
I'm afraid to ask about a steering. Wheel
yeah.
thing.
No, well, you can. Well, here's the thing. You have an option of buying ours for $1,500, or you can bring your own.
Oh, okay.
But it has to meet a government compliance, so probably yours won't do that.
I can make it like a boxcar in my backyard with my dad.
Well, you should rope to the wheels. You just hook rope to the wheels and you pull it this way. That's how it's.
The entire F-35 program is expected to exceed $2 trillion over its lifespan. That's interesting. I just wonder, there's a lot of op-eds and think pieces and stuff about that you can read about how far behind we are in our
Infrastructure
approach to war, to fighting, because the future that Ukraine is using, that China is heavily training in, is drone warfare.
It's remote.
Yeah. And I actually found out when my brother was here that he's a certified drone pilot. He just kind of takes everything that they offer.
Literally, if your brother was the president, I would feel better.
I would too. And that's interesting because I've seen him in Superman underpants.
He knows, not as a grown man, but yes, you have.
Well, I didn't say that. You did.
I know, but I just want to make sure everybody thinks, how weird is it going to get?
I've seen him drink a lot.
So here's my concern. So we now have this Department of Defense, these companies that literally are just sucking at the government teat all the time. Our military is 10 times bigger than the next biggest military, and we're spending all this money, and we're telling everybody else, sorry, you can't have childcare. Sorry, we can't fund the schools. Sorry, we can't actually give you health care. Fuck off. By the way, though, if you don't pay your fucking taxes, you're going to jail. But keep giving us money. Or you're going to help me with my money? Nope. Sorry. We need to protect you from Iran. Iran wasn't attacking anybody. Iran was at least 2 years. Every intelligence agency on the planet says Iran was at least 2 years from a nuke.
Including unintelligent people like Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, exactly.
She also
Non-intelligence also jumped in.
Tucker Carlson.
Non-intelligence also jumped in. Didn't you say Tucker Carlson's supposed to be really super smart, though?
My brother-in-law knows him personally and said that he's actually brilliant.
How come that does not come across?
Sean Hannity is a complete
rock.
Dumb as a rock.
Wow.
United States does hold the top spot militarily due to high technology, superior air power, but mostly because of our massive budget, over $700 billion, which exceeds the next 10 countries combined.
That's what I was pointing out. So all right, you want to make other countries pay for themselves, because Trump's always talking about make other countries pay. Why don't we cut our military budget? We have enough equipment. Of course, he's burning it in Iran, but we have enough equipment. What if we stopped? What if we started taking care of the American public as opposed to fucking making more planes? You know, I just don't. It doesn't. The military industrial complex is such. I remember when I was a kid and the Carlin would talk about it, I would roll my eyes like, I don't care about this. Now as a grown man who pays a lot of taxes, what the fuck? Why do all these companies get billions and billions and billions that we never see anything for it?
No. Manpower wise, China greatly exceeds. They have the largest active military manpower and rapid technological advancement, which should send chills down your spine.
We started to know this when we went to South Africa years ago. We remember all the new stuff in South Africa was so far beyond what we had. And I thought the same thing when we went to England and Scotland. I was like, why does this place look cleaner than ours? Why is the technology
Canada,
good?
If you've gone to
Canada,
it's so clean.
And we keep doing this. USA. By the way, you can't fix the fucking problem unless you notice the problem. The problem is that we keep talking shit like we're the king shit. And if you just look technological, listen, if every other country beats us in toilets, we should take a look at things. If they're beating us in every aspect of toilets,
Japan?
There is robot toilets that'll wash your butt.
Robot. Yeah, I lived in Japan, I lived in Okinawa, which is a little, it's quite different than Tokyo, but we would have to go to Tokyo first, and it's like a whole other world.
Vending machines with fresh fruit in them, vending machines with like fresh juices, like anything you want.
Well, we have that.
No, we don't. Not fresh juices. No, we
do at the airport, that healthy company.
Oh, now, yeah, like in the airport, right. Yeah, but you have to go to the airport. So I'm not going through security.
In LA,
to
we
go
have
to a vending machine.
Cupcakes vending machines, and I think
and they're rare.
We win.
They're not everywhere.
They're not, but they should be.
They should be.
That's if you guys put one, if you're listening, on the corner of Ventura and
I've been to Ventura and Tampa, I would go with.
I will make
Ventura
it worth
Reseda.
your while.
Ventura and Reseda.
Okay, yeah. Right by the Home Goods.
What are you going to do? Make it worth their while. What are you doing?
Eat the cupcakes, you moron.
Okay, yeah, all right. I don't know. It sounded like you were asking them. I'll do whatever you want.
Well,
just put the machine
because you're
there.
a man, and men hear everything through a sex filter.
That's true.
I mean,
that's valid.
To me, cupcakes, that is my sex filter.
You hear everything through a cupcake filter.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. I really did. When I was training for that fitness show, do you remember what I used to do?
I know what you did at the
Either
end.
fitness show. I would sit on Sprinkle's Cupcake website. Do you remember? And you go, oh my God, this is like cupcake porn.
Yeah,
And I would read the descriptions of each cupcake out loud.
Didn't it make you crazy?
Oh no, it was amazing.
Oh,
It was the closest I could get to joy.
wow.
And then I would have my cheat day up until right before the show when you can't have cheat days. And I ate cupcakes that time. And do you remember you had to take me home? I was so sick.
I told that story, that one show you did, and we got done, and you guys all did your judging, and then you told me that backstage there was a woman passing out Reese's peanut butter cups or Oreos.
She had them in her bikini for the second call out, and because we did one in the morning and then you do one at night for the final judging, and she had the small gold Reese's cup peanut butter cups in her G-string, and as soon as we did our wave and started to walk off, I was behind her and she was like, here, and I was like on my way off stage.
I remember we went to Cheesecake Factory that night, and you got so ill, but I've never seen you eat like that.
It was amazing. We actually called like it was an emergency situation. On our way there, you were like, we're on our way. Do not close. I have a very hungry person. And you pre-ordered the appetizer sampler. And it came on this like stand. It was crazy.
And a platter. It was like as big as this table. Like the plate was like this table.
Everything fried and ranchy type
And
dips.
then she ate it and she threw up.
And then we
at
got
home.
3 pieces of cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had a meal in between.
And
that,
you threw
right?
up and we got home. It was
I
awesome.
was so sick.
Yeah, your body was like, what did you just do? You basically dropped a nuclear weapon in your body.
And I was not mad at it.
No, you were not.
I just wonder if the numbers that we're getting, obviously, are real.
No. Do
From
you think
the
so?
Department of Labor.
Do you think from the Trump administration we're going to get anything real? Do you actually believe that? They've got rid of all the inspector generals, so we don't know what's going on. The corruption is going crazy. He brought listen, here's the level of white trash bullshit we're dealing with. The man brought his pool company up from Florida to shoot the fucking reflecting pool on the fucking National Mall.
If you guys don't know what this is, when you see the stills of MLK speaking, and you can see the Washington Monument, and
on one
there's
side,
a long body of water, pool
with no
lake,
jet skis in it till this administration.
and it reflects, which is why it's called the reflecting pool. You can see yourself in it. And when you stand in front of it, you can see the monument reflected in
from
it.
either
That
side.
was the whole design.
Right.
And he has...
And why can you see the reflection pool? Because the bottom's dark. It turns it into a mirror, turns the water into a mirror because the bottom's dark.
Yes.
Well, this douchebag is actually spraying the reflecting pool Orlando Water Park blue.
Yes.
And so...
By a swimming pool company from Florida.
A swimming pool. His own swimming pool company.
Yes.
Did you see how bad they're doing it? It's blotchy. It doesn't match. They're doing it in sections. I've never seen a worse job. And it's one of our it's a national treasure. It's a literal like national monument.
Yes.
And this motherfucker is just bringing in, hey, let's get Cletus. Can we get someone from Craigslist to come in and fix the Washington Monument? Just spackle it. Just get some spackle, fix the cracks. Let's go. We got this.
Take me, Jesus. That's all I think. I really got, as you're hearing about the ballroom has quadrupled.
It's only 200 million, right?
No. They're now asking over $1 billion.
I'm sorry,
for
what?
the ballroom. That was not congressionally approved.
Contractors.
That he tore down our historic East Wing without asking, destroyed it. All the memories,
Jackie Onassis Rose Garden.
The Rose Garden has been paved over. His pool company is painting the reflecting pool blue. You really get that he's just, and they're all no bid contracts, which is unprecedented in the history of the United States government. And he's just arbitrarily giving jobs to his friends and, I would guess taking kickbacks for it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the evidence of the kickback is very true because you guys know they're building like 13 detention centers that are hold up to 10,000 people around the country in states. So they're buying these giant warehouses that are already built. Well, the warehouses are listing for like 96 million. They're paying 140. So I wonder who's getting that extra money. Where's that money coming? So
what about the ballroom? When he was asked by a reporter yesterday,
this is brutal.
I videoed it. I was so upset and came upstairs to show you why the ballroom budget has more than doubled. It's actually quadrupled. He said, because the size doubled, you stupid person. And I know you are a stupid person. And then he did it again. He called, they're of course women. It's never a guy. It's always shut up, piggy, quiet piggy.
Well, he called that one black reporter. He goes, you obviously know dirt very well. He said that. I am furious at what us. So basically, listen, whatever you can say about the Trumps, they've always wanted to be classy. They've always wanted to fit in. It's part of the reason why Ivanka and Jared left. They've always wanted to fit in. But if you know where the Trumps came from, and I've done a lot of research on it, so his grandfather came over from Germany, avoiding the draft. He avoided the draft. Then he's opened a brothel and a restaurant in the Yukon and trafficked women from the East Coast up there to whores, basically. And then you've got, that's so he made like half $500,000 then. Tried to go back to Germany. They told him to fuck off because he left for military service. Came back. He started buying property, gave it to Fred Trump, Trump's dad, who's, by the way, a birthright citizen. Then Fred Trump and Donald Trump were actually indicted by the Nixon administration, their first time. This guy's been a criminal asshole.
Dude, Nixon thought you were a criminal.
Nixon thought you were a douchebag.
I will tell you guys this.
And your dad.
While they're all dancing and celebrating these oddly skewed Department of Labor numbers, that if you pay attention and you can go and look, that there's videos upon videos where Trump is repeatedly dismissing any downward revisions of numbers as phony or rigged. And in August of 2025, as the numbers kept getting reported as trending down, he fired the head of the BLS following a weak jobs report.
Can I say something about this? I want to point this out to everybody who's watching, and anybody let's just point something out. Whenever it's bad news, it's rigged or a lie. Whenever it's even a tiny bit of good news, it's his fault. It's because he's great. So every time he says it's fake news or doesn't make, it's such a bad tell. What bothers me is that people buy it. Like people that put $100 down on that phone, you're never getting your fucking phone. You're never getting it. You lost it.
They might. I bet they do, but I bet
and I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be a piece of shit. This episode brought to you by Fitbod. Don't be a piece of shit. Be a badass. Fitbod is like
life changer.
It lives in our home.
Life changer.
Fitbod is. I heard your phone the other day do the Fitbod noise when you were asleep, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Reminding me. Just let me know.
Hey, get out of bed.
Hey, lazy fuck.
Fitbod, if you don't know, it is a fitness app. They have used certified personal trainers to help develop these workouts. My favorite part about it, having been somebody that has worked out most of her adult life and really loves it, but also recognizes and remembers how difficult it was to begin because I was so self-conscious, because it feels like everybody in the gym knows what they're doing. And you don't know what these machines do, and you're afraid to look stupid, and you're very self-conscious.
I used to do a joke about this. I was on the machine, I was pulling the numbers, and the guy goes, "Sir, that's the juicer." That was years ago.
That's like a jet joke now. That's a young Titus
It literally was like I was 20.
So what I love is that you can start at home if you want. And
it'll kill you.
It kills him when he does body weight workouts, or you can get some dumbbells or a kettlebell and maybe some bands or not. You just tell it what you have and it will give you an incredible workout. But also, let's say that you are going to go to the gym. You've decided you're brave enough. You're going to go to the gym. you can go in ahead of time. You do this all the time and look at what your workout is for today. And you'll go, shit, I got legs today. That's what he always says on legs day.
That's what I always say.
And then I watch you start punching.
I don't change leg day anymore. I used to. Not anymore.
Around.
Not anymore because leg day is so important, and I've gotten to this thing where I have to do it.
You do some, but you can.
Yes.
You'll take things out and put different things in.
So yesterday, all right. So guys.
So let me just finish that thought real quick.
Right.
You can plan ahead for your gym visit by going to look what your workout is, and then they give you videos to show you how to do the exercises so that when you get there, you know what you're doing.
You can always check it. Like sometimes I check form. A lot of times I'll go.
Yeah.
The videos are great because I know what I'm doing, but I'm also sometimes the people they have doing the videos, their form is really good. So I'm like, okay, I have to do it like that because I did pop my back on something.
Yeah, and it's tailored to you, your needs, your goals, and it builds on your progress from week to week.
Sometimes too much. Yeah. Sometimes it'll up the weight too much. I'm like, come on, Fitbod. I would say this about Fitbod. It has changed my body. It has changed my strength. What happened yesterday? There was something I had to lift into the back of my truck.
You worked out here.
It was the wheels, your wheels from your old car.
Yeah.
I was loading them and I was like, this is like nothing.
Yeah.
I tripped and fell on doing something on the stairs and I hit the ground. And because I have so much more muscle now, I got up and I wasn't even sore the next day. And that would have.
And you're more limber. You stretch and stuff.
Stretch,
so
limber, but I'm also my heart test came back. I saw the slices. I don't have any calcium, so it's guys. I'll say this: you want to live longer, you want to live better. Get Fitbod for the whole year. For the whole year is like less than one training session you would pay for.
Yeah.
And it keeps you focused.
And it's not a trainer just, sleeping through it and giving everybody the same workout.
Right.
It's tracking your muscle recovery, tracking your growth, tracking what you want, what you have available.
And everything from you don't even know how long do I wait between sets. If like I did, I called you yesterday. So yesterday I did 10 all the way here, all the way down pull-ups, 10 clean, no extra bands, nothing. And I texted her, I'm like, I just did 10.
You were excited.
That's a big deal.
I texted back, you're a badass.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's I think 15 is probably what I'm going, but that I could pull off 10 clean, hardcore
without
all the
shaking,
way.
Rocking,
but I mean, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
I went here all the way. Yeah, dead hang.
So level up your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus. That's fitbod.me/Titus.
Can we go over the white trash of Trump though?
Dear God. Can we talk about the MMA fight on the White House?
That's what I'm saying. All of it.
Like,
gold sneakers. The gold sneakers.
Gold toilets.
Gold toilets.
Oh, what is all that gold shit behind
like,
him?
why does he make it? Like, even Saddam Hussein would have been like, I believe this is a little tacky.
Chinchy.
It is the worst. Like, he has the taste of somebody who was raised in the trunk of a Gran Torino from 1969.
It is weird that all those years of generational wealth after the grandfather
did nothing.
That it still didn't give them any class.
No. In fact, you remember after the first term, Ivanka and Jared were just ostracized by the New York culture. That's why they moved to Florida, bought a nice house in Florida.
Yeah, they lost their invite to the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. I mean, the Met Gala was a little...
Boy, this year the Met Gala really hit me.
It's a little much to see when you also see, on the 6 o'clock news that people are not eating so that their kids can eat and they can afford to drive to work.
Right.
That's a little much.
I just got something. You said, the homeless encampments aren't the homeless people's fault. If people... Our minimum wage is still $7.25. It's been that for, I think California's higher now.
It is.
But nationally it's $7.25. And it's been like that since 1990?
It's July 24th, 2009.
So that's the last time it went up. 2009. So over 15 years, 17 years, it's been the same. Yet prices are going up like crazy. What bothers me the most is that I keep seeing people. So remember these people
California
go like,
is $16.90.
So do you remember when he was running and he was talking about how prices are too high? We need to do it. And people are like, I'm not voting for Joe Biden because the prices are too high. someone wrote something on Threads today. It was like, man, you guys can't blame the president for gas prices. And I'm like, okay, guys, you blamed Biden for eggs, and we had the avian flu rip through all
gas.
Yeah, and gas. So this time, I agree with you. Most of the time, even during most of the time, although W did invade Iraq, if you actually literally start some shit in the Middle East with oil producing countries, and you actually stop the flow of oil because you're a douchebag who needs to go to war to divert that because your name is in the child rapist files, that's on you. You literally had a hand in raising gas prices. It's because of you, period. And also making Lego videos very popular. Good job, Iran. But
I don't really want to give Iran a pat on the back, but kudos to your social media person.
But who's doing the music?
Yeah.
Tupac may be alive.
They did spell Jeffrey Epstein Llrey.
Ellery. But Trump is 100% responsible for the rising gas prices. 100%. You are the one that actually bombed a country that was years from having a nuke, that didn't have enough enriched uranium to make a nuke, and you just decided to go ahead. And they keep saying it. There's no way Iran can have a nuke. They didn't. Obama, motherfucker, you stopped an agreement we had that was good till 2030. They couldn't have enriched uranium or produced a nuke. They couldn't start it. They couldn't do anything until 2030, and you killed it.
So the UFC fight is called UFC Freedom 250.
Oh my God.
He's got to name everything Midnight Hammer, Operation Freedom. It's going to be on June 14th, coming up, South Lawn, celebrating, ready for this? What it's celebrating? 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence and Donald Trump's 80th birthday.
What a fucking clown.
4,000 spectators on the South Lawn. They are selling they're going to have 85,000 free tickets for people on the ellipse. But I thought, why aren't we talking about, are there ticket prices for the South Lawn? There are VIP packages being sold. So check this shit out.
Oh my God.
$1.5 million VIP partner investment packages are being sold. They are going to be, and this is how it's listed, distributed between the UFC, TKO Group Holdings, the White House / President Trump, and some funds designated to the troops. Doesn't say what troops, doesn't say how, but the White House / President Trump is who is splitting it. The event is a private, non-public, heavily sponsored. So also you have sponsorships everywhere, signs, junky shit like that.
So basically,
with elite tickets acting as a de facto political contribution to him.
This fucker's having a monster truck rally on the White House lawn. What the fuck? Like, do you understand that every one of our founding fathers is just rolling in their grave? Everything this country has stood for, everything the White House stood for, whatever class and grace that the people's house had, is now been. He just wiped shit on the walls like they did the Capitol.
Yeah, but you do hear that he's taking
money. Yeah, he's getting paid. By the way, we have to accept that everything he does, he's getting paid. The detention centers,
$1.5 million packages is what they're selling.
Yes, but the detention centers are $50 million over what they're actually valued at. So someone's getting kicked back there. When it goes to the DOD, he wants to get $1.5 trillion to DOD companies. He actually gave Venezuela $40 billion. Was it Venezuela? Argentina. Venezuela. Was it Argentina? Mm-hmm. Okay. So he gave Argentina $40 billion. Why? Because Argentina there's no extradition treaty. So when he gets the fuck out, he's going to have a bank account already in Argentina.
The packages will offer access to private receptions, weigh-ins, and floor seating, acting as a secret fundraiser and allowing donors to secure favor with the administration.
It says that right. It's secure favor with the administration. So they're basically selling access to our government while the taxpayers pay gas that's gone up 20%, while the taxpayers actually pay for food that's gone up 20%, while the taxpayers continue to get fucked these guys are actually, he's selling access
$60
to the
to
White House.
$90 million costs so that he can throw himself a birthday party while people are starving and can't afford to drive their car to work. And this is like that Great Gatsby shit that we keep talking about. He even had the Great Gatsby party at Mar-a-Lago last month. It is so
Gross.
In your face.
Yeah.
And people continue to support it. The ballroom to me is gross. It's gross.
But
We
also-
don't need it. When he keeps saying nobody will have to pay a dime. Well, no, he's now asking Congress for $1 billion. So yes, if you're unclear where the money comes from when Congress is asked to appropriate funds, that money comes from your tax dollars.
Right. We pay a tax, I looked it up, tax base is about $4 trillion every year.
So instead of fixing your community or funding programs that feed people who need help, like SNAP.
Or paying down the debt, that's now $40 trillion. He's actually going to throw himself a fucking party. This is going to, when we look back, if we survive it, in the wastelands, we're all going to be sitting in the file because EMP has destroyed all the electronics. And we're going to be telling stories about this. And we're going to be talking about the fat, orange, old loser that the dumb people elected and how he ruined America. And they're actually talking about how, you know what I just saw? Did you see that Gavin is going, they're doing, he's in California. If you buy an EV in California, you get $7,500 now.
So Trump took it away. Gavin gave it back to California.
Just for California.
Yeah.
So California, as always, as we did, people keep talking about, Kelly, why is gas so expensive? Well, because our gas has to be specially formulated because if you look at our air, you can breathe it.
Yeah.
Now, when I was growing up in the 70s, you couldn't breathe the air.
Yeah.
You literally would go outside as a kid, play, you'd come in, your lungs were burning.
You showed me pictures of
It's horrible.
It's
It looked like it was foggy all the time.
Yeah.
It's the marine layer. No, this is the smog layer.
Speaking of being healthy, this episode brought to you by AG1. This is another
I really like
staple in our.
But I like your segue today.
Thank
I like
you.
it was a good
Thank you.
segue.
I'm doing my best. AG1 is a daily health drink. It's got multivitamin, pre and probiotics. It's got superfoods, actually whole food source superfoods like kale, and antioxidants. So obviously sounds like something your body needs. A lot of things that your body needs. You just do one scoop with like 8 ounces of water or however you like it to taste. I mix mine with some different stuff.
Lemon, turmeric.
You like to do, you do lemon,
turmeric.
There's something
I do creatine.
Oh, yeah. Creatine, I do that too.
Yeah, mix it in.
And
But it tastes
collagen.
good. Also, here's what I've noticed about it. I noticed that I only get in habits that seem to do well for me.
Yes.
Except
The
for the
things
wine,
that-
except for the
that
wine habit, which
make
I've stopped.
It kept you coming back.
Yeah. I feel so good when I do AG1, about 20 minutes after I take it, that I just, like if I tried to leave the house today, before I came here to do the update, and I ran back in to do my AG1
I'm
because
the
I'd
same
forgotten
way.
it. Yeah.
Because I don't feel as well throughout the day.
Yes.
You don't know how good you can
Don't
feel
sleep as
until
well.
you feel that good. So it's got, this is their next gen formula because they keep reformulating it, and it's got over 75 ingredients in it. You can go on their website and read all of them. It's mind boggling. It's now backed by 4 clinical trials.
Wow.
It's clinically shown to support gut health, fill common nutrient gaps, and improve key nutrient levels within 3 months of using it. So it definitely helps. I notice a difference like when we're traveling. We're not getting as much sleep. We're not eating as well as we should be. We're around a lot of germs and people and stuff. I think this has made a huge difference for me. Also, AGZ has made a huge difference for me. AGZ is my nighttime healthy hot chocolate. I look forward to it, and it actually helps me sleep and doesn't have melatonin, so you don't get those weird dreams.
I've started to see it as a treat when I go to sleep.
I
The
do
AGZ,
too. I do too.
little
Especially
tiny
guys, if you're trying to be
little
healthy,
cup of healthy hot chocolate.
you're like, I gotta go get my chocolate drink. AG1 has over 50,000 verified 5-star reviews, comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to drinkag1.com/Titus to get a free AG1 flavor sampler and a bottle of vitamin D3K2 in your AG1 welcome kit when you first subscribe. This whole thing is huge, and it's got the coolest stuff in it. It's a $72 value. Drinkag1.com/Titus, drinkag1.com/Titus.
I blame for what's going on in the country now currently with the opposing party. I kind of blame, listen, criminals are criminals. They're going to keep crime. And Trump has crimed his entire career. It's never stopped. It's not a surprise that he's a fucking criminal. Like he was going to become a good president or a good human being. He's a piece of shit. He's always been a piece of shit. We can go back to, we have video of him talking about opening a casino on Indian lands. And I've seen him. You say they're Indians, but none of them look like Indians. Like he's so racist and horrible. So he's just a horrible human. However, we have Hakeem Jeffries, and Ken pointed out something really funny. Watch Hakeem Jeffries. His actions don't match his words. He's off. Like it's not connected. He'll be like, you know what? The point I want to make is is that we need to, like, he's just off. He doesn't make any sense. And that's why he's hard to listen to, because you're like, wait, he's not a good speaker. Number one, he's not. Yeah. Schumer is useless. I've been saying we need a 5 p.m. Press conference every day where the Democrats step up and go, this is what they did today. Yeah. Because if we did that every day, we would tune into it and we'd go, holy shit, I can't believe it. The best we have is Jon Stewart and Bruce Springsteen. Those are the two people standing for America right now.
Great,
John Oliver too. And Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Kimmel's great.
I mean, really, in the face of probably a lot of death threats, because Trump has targeted him so publicly, and now so has, child bride Melania,
right?
That he keeps doing it. Donald Trump, your president, while he has us at war, even though he says it's over every other day,
it's an excursion.
He had roughly between 10:14 p.m. and 1:12 a.m. yesterday.
30.
He was going to China to meet with President Xi, which is terrifying. He posted 55 messages to his true social media platform,
including going to see Obama,
all of which were bizarre, offensive, and conspiracies.
Really, they were more bizarre than Covfefe. That when he first started this shit.
Oh, it's gotten much worse.
Oh no.
Offers a window into his mind if you're really wanting to know.
Do not want it. That's not a window I want to deal with.
Kind of mind he has. He's now like things like this. Arrest them all, prosecute them all, incarcerate them all at once for treachery, treason, and seditious conspiracy to overthrow the United States government. But first, Barack Obama. That was his first post. So he's now calling for Barack Obama to be arrested for treachery, treason, and
read a couple more.
Seditious conspiracy to overthrow the government. And I just want to get to him. I just want to get to
You
him.
got a point? You have something to say?
Just a little detail.
All right, go ahead.
Is that Obama left so we don't have to think he might do something bad, because we now can look at it in history.
Right.
And he wasn't the Antichrist,
so he just kind of left
and he didn't take our guns.
No.
And
he saved General Motors and Chrysler, actually. Turned the economy.
But also in history, in 2020,
what happened?
Donald Trump did try to overthrow.
It was right after Christmas, wasn't
the government. They seized the Capitol.
January 6th.
And people died.
Right.
And I just feel crazy.
Well, here's how crazy it is. So the one woman that was told by security had a gun on her, Ashley Babbitt, do not go through this window. Stop. The leaders of the country are here. Stop. She went through the window, got shot. Do you know they gave her $1.5 million?
I do.
They gave her family.
DOJ is considering its settlement with Trump over the FBI raiding Mar-a-Lago with a warrant from a judge.
Let's be very clear. Very clear. He had everything they said he had. He had all top secret documents that weren't his to take. He was storing them in a bathroom. On top of that, while the top secret documents were there, the Saudi Live Golf Tournament came to his place with the Saudi Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Why would those guys go to a golf tournament? He had all those documents in Mar-a-Lago while they were there.
We also in history, we have evidence of the multiple attempts that the National Archives made to retrieve those records.
Yes. Not only that, they did it. They didn't go attack him. They actually asked him for 2 years.
Yes.
And then they went, hey, motherfucker, we're taking our shit back.
Yes.
They went and got their shit back.
What happened when they told him?
He told him I don't have him.
And then what do we now know? Because, now to did flip, but now he's flipped back.
That he had them everything moved and hidden, and he hid him into different rooms.
But he said he didn't have anything.
Didn't have, put him in the shitter, I think is what he said.
And then he went to the security guy to ask about
the videos.
flooding. What could destroy the surveillance video tapes, for example.
Continues to crime. So
Yes.
he did that. So you guys need to know that $10 billion of your tax money is currently being considered to be giving to the man who killed 1 million people because of his COVID fucking ineptness. The man who said it was a hoax. A man who this clown. Every time I see it, I watched Cash Patel yesterday, and I just go, it would be laughable if it wasn't so frightening. We have a alcoholic podcaster in charge of the FBI. We have an alcoholic, sexual assaulting Fox News host who paid off a woman 50 grand for sexual assault, running our military.
Yeah, but he has an American flag handkerchief in his pocket, so I think
the lining of his jacket is full. It's all performative. It's all bullshit, and it would be funny. And then RFK. I'm doing a bit of my show now where RFK. Sorry, I just got back from a measles party. We were snorting coke off of toilet seats. We were and then we went to the gym in our Wranglers and no shirts after we cut off some raccoon penises. That guy's in charge of our health.
Yes.
So we had.
Listen, you don't think he's handling help? He just made it legal for minors to use tanning beds.
What? Like
Maha.
That movie, Mike Judge has got to be somewhere really, really either. I don't know if he's angry, embarrassed, or proud of Idiocracy, because
really,
we're literally living it.
Yes,
they're going to have a fucking wrestling match, an MMA match on the White House lawn. Yep. Does that sound crazy to anybody?
Yes.
Are they? Wait.
It's
he's
offensive.
painting the reflecting pool, this solemn place where some of the best speeches ever given in American history were given about civil rights. He's turning it into a wading pool at a fucking Motel 6.
He's going to add a water slide.
Lazy River. The reflecting pool.
MLK could have ended his speech by wheeze.
MLK could have been like just floating on an inner tube. I have a dream.
Crazy. Splash. This episode brought to you by Square.
Good company.
It's actually a great company. Something else that's a staple in
We're using them this weekend.
Not at our home, but I guess it is. We use it at home too because I do payroll at home. Here, actually, I just was on their website using our promo code and stuff because I had to order new hardware for the old merch sales on the road. The old dip chip thing-a-dingy.
It's fast. So we've used other stuff before. Just so you guys know, we don't just... we were whoring Square long before Square was paying us to whore them.
I remember... when we would go on the road, when we first started selling merch, it was cash only, obviously, because how else are you going to... And then Square comes out, and we were able to... Used to, you would have to plug it in your phone. Now it's Bluetooth, but... and we could swipe people's credit cards and then they would sign their name on the screen of our phone and people were like, what the hell is this?
Yes.
And it just revolutionized small business because suddenly we could all take payments anywhere, anytime.
And we could start it's so much easier to start your business.
Yes.
When you have it. And I think
because most people don't have cash anymore.
I blame Square for traffic. Because everybody used to have to work for a company. I mean, before all this blew up, before the internet blew up and everybody had their Etsy and all people had their own businesses, there was a window. Like at 10 o'clock, traffic stopped. You could get somewhere between maybe 10 and maybe 2. Now you can't because we all have our own businesses. We're all making our own money. And a lot of it has to do with companies like Square. I have used a bunch of other companies. Square, I will say, by far is the easiest and fastest. And we'll be using it this weekend.
Also, payroll, if you're a dummy, math dummy, I was a liberal arts major, Square does everything for me. And then it generates the filings and the forms, and then it actually files them for me. It's not like it sends me the quarterly California forms. It sends me an email and says, here's the form, but we've already filed it. And then at the end of the year, our accountant will say, can you send me these 12 forms? And they're all in our Square dashboard. It's so easy if you're a math dummy. They also have Square Banking, access instantly to your money. It's just it makes everything easier about small
Quite
business.
a complete business.
If you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square will help you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down. Right now, you can get up to $200 off that Square hardware at square.com/go/Titus. That's SQUARE.com/GO/Titus. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
I watched. Okay, can we talk about the California election, LA, and
I just wanted to tell everybody this really quickly,
okay.
in case you are being swayed by his lies about the economy, even though you know you're hungry and you have to take out a loan to buy eggs now.
And you're scared
guys.
every time and you're watching your gas gauge more than you're watching your kids.
The national average surpassed like $4.53.
Yep. It's almost 7.
The U.S. national debt has now exceeded GDP. This is a milestone that has been reached again in 2026 for the first time since the World War II time that it did that.
And yes,
when we were in World War II.
So basically what she's saying, guys, is we've now reached where if all the money we make that the government takes in next year, is not as much as what we owe.
As of this month, the debt held by the public surpassed 100% of our nation's economic output, hitting roughly $31.27 trillion against a $31.22 trillion economy.
You know the good news about this? So when it gets like this, nothing bad ever happens. That's the good news. The good news is nothing ever changes.
He keeps saying the stock market, all-time high. Stock market. That is not a reflection of our economy.
They said it in 1929 too. They said that the stock market is kicking ass. And
guess
what? All the Americans got in. It was kicking ass. And then in one day it went down. We have a joke as a president. Literally. So to you people that think this guy works for you, he loaded up the Air Force One today with the 6 or 7 richest men on the planet and flew to China. He didn't take Joe the plumber. He didn't take anybody who actually has a real job. He actually took the billionaires.
Elon, Tim Cook, Jensen Huang with NVIDIA.
Huang, yeah, I like the way he said it.
Huang. Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, who is also...
I gotta talk about this.
The extensive business delegation will include executives from BlackRock. Wow. Blackstone, Boeing, Citi, Goldman Sachs, and Qualcomm.
Why don't they just stamp the Illuminati sign on Air Force One? Just put it there. Just put the Illuminati sign right there.
Oh, like and Laura Trump is part of the entourage.
Of course,
because she sang that pop song off key, and now she's ready for China. What the hell? They all flew on Air Force One. Holy shite. I will tell you before he left, in case also you were thinking that he cares about you or us.
He's always thinking about you.
He was asked by a reporter, when you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
This is what our president said.
Not even a little bit, was his response. He said,
I'm not thinking America's finances.
I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
They didn't.
That's all.
They didn't have a nuke.
Oh, I know. I'm just telling you.
I know, but I just want to keep telling people.
I don't think about any Americans' economic situation.
So you people that voted for him, that thought that eggs were too expensive, that thought that Joe Biden was walking around, he had dementia, and yet I've watched Joe Biden speak in the last 3 weeks. He's way more clear than Trump. Trump, on the other hand, has fallen asleep pretty much every time he sits down. I've never seen, does he have narcolepsy also? Because every time they're asking questions and he's falling asleep.
That's my favorite.
It's not like he's not watching Bewitched reruns. He actually is falling asleep during a press conference.
It's actually, I told you, it is whenever you tell me he did it again, I say, can you please show me the video? Because it is the only light in a very dark tunnel for me. And oh, do I enjoy watching him because he sleeps like this.
Yeah.
And it is incredible to watch because he nicknamed Joe Biden
Sleepy Joe.
And Biden never slept. He wasn't sleeping during press conferences. He slept through court. Do you remember that? And he is sleeping through his job as president, and it is rich.
Well, the good news when he's
Awful.
sleeping in his job, he's still not causing as much damage. When he sleeps, he doesn't cause as much damage.
No, he's got evil people like
He
Stephen
does,
Miller
man.
around him
He's
who are
got
causing
minions.
just as much damage.
I want to talk about how Democrats are going to fuck it up again. You ready? All right. So California, we have like it's called a jungle primary. Basically, the top two people, no matter who they are, if it's two Republicans, two Democrats, that's who fights. That's during the primary, and that's who fights for the governorship of California, which is the fourth largest economy on the planet. It's not a little deal. You know, it's a big deal. And we should talk about how they got rid of the fucking Civil Rights Act last week. I think I should write about it. Anyway, so we've got Tom Steyer, who's this billionaire guy who I do not believe he spent about 150 or 170 million dollars on just to become governor. So he's not doing it because he wants to help. He's doing it because he wants the power of it. Then you got
he also contributed to Trump.
Javier Becerra, yeah, he also contributed to Trump. I think he's a Republican. Listen, Steyer to me, this is my opinion. Steyer is a plant. Steyer, the Republicans right now have no access to California because Gavin Newsom is a motherfucker. Gavin Newsom, say what you will, like him or hate him. The man stands for our state, and he's done it. Yes, I love him. So Steyer is a plant, so Trump will now have access to California. That's what I think. Javier Becerra has worked repeatedly within administrations. He knows how the bureaucracy works. By the way, he's part of the reason 260 million people got vaccinated during COVID when we were shut down. He helped to get us out of it. And then you got Katie Porter, who I got to be honest, I loved Katie Porter.
I did too.
But she has gone off the deep end, man. I watch her talk now. She went out after a reporter. Listen, if you're going to be in politics and you're going to be interviewed, I've been interviewed for 40 years, right? Morning radio, whatever. You can't be an asshole in the interview. And if they're going to ask you weird questions, you have to figure out a way to answer them so you don't look like an asshole. Katie Porter hasn't figured that out. She's just mean. These are gotcha questions. I'm like, what? You look, when you're defensive, you look guilty. You can't be defensive.
Yeah. But also gotcha questions is that's that kind of Trump shit that I'm tired of, you know?
Like Kash Patel.
The leader is Javier Becerra right now, leading in polls after a recent significant surge. Other top contenders are billionaire Tom Steyer, Katie Porter, and then Republicans Steve Hilton and Sheriff Chad Bianco. The top two will advance to the primary.
So what we have right now, and here's how Democrats will always get in their own fucking ways. Anybody who runs for politics, I believe, has to be an egomaniacal psychopath. You have to be an ego to think you're going to lead a bunch of people that you're no smarter than, that you're no better than. That you have to have a level of psycho in you. For me to get on stage to stand up, I always say you have to have a certain level of psycho to think you can lead a room. Imagine the psycho you have to think you can lead a state. Imagine the psycho you must have think you can lead a country. So I think some people, Obama, I think he has the ego, but I think he wanted to do good work. I think sometimes if you can hold it up and say, like, I want to do good things, then maybe that'll cover it. But you still have to be a certain level of psycho. Porter and Becerra, at least, are Democrats. I still think you both have to, but
because there's so many Democrats in the race, there is a possibility that two Republicans are going to advance to the primary. They're predicting, if that happens, Hilton and Sheriff Bianco.
Jesus Christ.
Because we're all over the place.
Right, because Democrats are going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me back to the center. I touched you again. Sorry. I love doing it.
He's always poking me. He's in my box. Where's my box?
I love to be in the box. So we have Katie Porter's ego's getting in the way. She's not going to win. She's down on the polls pretty far. She's not going to win. Have a meeting with the Becerra team and go, what can I do? I would love to have her in charge of California's budget. Wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. As good as she was with that whiteboard, put her in a room. Give her some.
She's good with markers.
Give her some dry erase markers and let her go. Let her fix it. Okay. Maybe we get that high speed train rail done for a price. So she's got to. You got to quit. Steyer's not going to quit. Steyer's going to go to the end. Steyer's buying people. Steyer paid $250,000 to Jane Fonda's climate fund, and then she. Mm-hmm. So, two things that bother me about that. Number one, Steyer can't he has to buy his endorsements. But number two, Jane Fonda just actually went with the dude that's not. He's
I don't know. I know a lot of you guys don't live in California, but it is stressing us out. I will tell you that.
Because the Democrats are going to fuck it. They're doing it in Washington.
We have
too.
definitely been on a run where you and I have said, with everything going on in the world,
get it together.
If you finish my sentence with the wrong ending one more time,
you're going to kill me.
Well, that was right. Ding, 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 ding. With everything going on in the world, we have consistently said at least we're safe in California.
Right.
You know, Gavin is not afraid to stand up to Trump. We get taken out of the World Health Organization. Gavin puts California in. I mean, our minimum wage. It's just like, we are safe here. Women's rights are protected here. And now it's very up in the air and quite terrifying that it's going to be split like that. And I just wanted to tell you guys.
We're to say this one last thing before we go. Democrats got to get it together. Katie, please drop out. Get the Becerra team. Be part of the team for the government.
She's not listening.
I know she's not at all. But Steyer, you're not going to win. You're having to buy it. Listen,
I don't think you're going to convince a billionaire to drop out.
I'm not. But he's not going to win. But however, if you were good, you wouldn't have to buy your fucking endorsements.
Over some progressive groups, apparently.
Here's how dumb California is. Spencer fucking Pratt.
Dear God.
They're talking about being the mayor of Los Angeles.
He's making AI campaign commercials where he's featuring like Gavin and Kamala as the dark side. They're all Star Wars. I know I'll screw it up because I don't know them, but Karen Bass is
Sith Lords.
Darth Vader.
Karen Bass.
Yeah, I'd sue his ass for using my likeness in a commercial like that. Yeah. About the reflecting pool, because the price tag has climbed to $13.1 million.
Oh my God, every day? How's it going up double?
Everything's climbing. This is why I was smiling. This is yet another no-bid contract. He completely circumvented federal procurement laws. He has now changed this story, but a few weeks ago, he made an official White House video about his direct hands-on role in choosing the contractor. Here's the quote.
Oh, no.
I said, what we're going to do is I'm going to call all three of these people that have worked for me in the past doing swimming pools. And I said, give me a good price. Last week, he made another video. I said, do me a favor, fellas. Go take a look at the reflecting pool that sits in between Lincoln and Washington. The beautiful. What should be the beautiful.
Don't go to the wrong
reflecting pool.
Don't go to the wrong one. Make sure you don't go to the wrong reflecting pool.
Should be beautiful. It's not. But you guys have done swimming pools for me in the past.
In Florida.
And one of them who came back, who's really, I would say, the best, but they're all good. He came back. He said, and here's how you always know he's lying. What an exciting job, sir.
Sir.
People always call him sir when he makes
lying.
up quotes. Yep. As of this week, he said on Truth Social, very lengthy rant, one of his 52, I didn't give out the contract. Interior did, to a contractor I do not know and have never used before. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Wait.
Brother, you made 2 videos in the last 3 weeks saying you gave the job to one of your swimming pool people.
I'm going to wrap up with this because we're going to go. I'm going to wrap up with this. Yeah. So what this guy has fucked up, like it's offensive in so many ways, but putting his name over the John F. Kennedy Center, like somewhere, like he thinks that John F. Kennedy built that and put his own name on it. Yeah. No, that was an honor of a great president who actually did his job and was killed.
And the Arch de Trump.
He's not building it, right?
Yeah, I thought
it's going to be 250 feet high, and it's going. And it's not original. It's going to copy. It's going to copy the Arc de Triomphe in France, and he's doing that.
Arc de Triomphe.
So he just
put up a gold statue of himself in Florida.
That's what I'm finished. So the white trash is there, but that he puts his name on our government buildings. I want to say when this is over, and this will be over one day. Everything is over one day. I remember I grew up in the 80s, and AIDS, everybody thought everybody was going to get AIDS. Eventually we'll get this under control. I don't know who's going to be running things, but hopefully I think the pendulum swung so far to the crazy. I would say right. I wouldn't say right or left, because in my whole life, I don't remember Republicans being this fucking insane. And the crew that's currently in office are going to lose a lot of seats unless they rig the election again. Yeah. So when this is over, the joy that the news is going to have every day, as we take the letters off the Kennedy Center, as that golden statue gets taken down like Saddam Hussein, as we figure out how much money he grifted, and we start taking all his properties,
take his shit off our money, take it off our passports.
There's going to be a day, and there's going to be the joy will be replaced
as those things topple.
Oh, the party when he's over. Do you understand but here's the thing. Here's what an asshole he is. The entire world is going to celebrate. The entire world's going to. We're going to shut down for a weekend. It's going to be an 8 billion person hangover.
Other countries are doing no king's protests against him.
Again, yeah, the country with the king.
The king actually came here and said, "Guys,
the country with the king.
This is fucked up."
The country with a king did a no king protest about us, not about their king.
Yep. Their king came here and spoke to Congress and said, "Hey, checks and balances are really important, guys."
That's what a douchebag he is.
Yes.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm only laughing because at one point that's all you can do. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because
we feel crazy.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. I feel mentally ill. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for go to ChristopherTitus.com to get what we have. We got some new shirts coming up. I got a new shirt. I stopped drinking 17 days ago, forever. So I got a new shirt commemorating that commemorating that. This weekend we're going to be at Olsen Run. We've already sold out Friday.
We added a Thursday show.
We added a Thursday show because everything else is selling out. So we'll be there Thursday. We'll be there tomorrow. Ray's going to be there. So come see with new material. What up? Also, I am at the final edit of her special, and when she approves it, we will be releasing that. And what else? What else you want to tell? What else you want to say?
Groucho will be there too.
Groucho will be there doing merch.
Oh, he does. He will be at the merch.
He will be handling merch.
He's snoring right now, and I just woke him up, but he will be there, huh, buddy?
Say hi to River.
On the road. Yeah, I just made a mess of it. Yeah. So come to Eugene, and then the next week, Madison and Appleton, Wisconsin, and then Cleveland coming up, Toronto coming up. Go to ChristopherTitus.com or RachelBradleyComedy.com, and you can find all that.
Also, in 2027, we're doing a theater tour. We're going to film this special, and my next one's already in the works. It's called Raised by Wolves. So we'll be doing a 2027 theater tour. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Go to Carrying Monsters at 800 Pound Gorilla. My last special, 90 minutes. It's 101 minutes. It's kick ass. And I think we're like 4,000 away from 800,000 views. So go check that out. And we'll see you on the road, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the lovely Rachel Bradley, and Groucho, later.
Peace out.